Hello, my name is Brittany.
I'm Sam.
And welcome back to...
Dream Daddy.
Yeah, I'm being a vampire.
Is it just because it's Damien's date?
It's Damien's date. That was like Jamaican.
Yeah, see, that was Jamaican. That wasn't.
We're gonna go on a date with Damien.
So, is Damien Bloodmarch? How do you do? Well, I guess you could voice these.
How do you do? I don't even remember what voice I originally did for him.
I don't either.
I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter.
On a Friday night, he likes to listen to true crime podcasts while he taxidermies his newest specimens.
Alrighty.
One thing to take to a deserted island would be a coffin.
Well,
Turn on is pronouncing bosom correctly.
how else would you pronounce it? Bosom. Bosom.
He wanted to be a bat when he grew up. Or wants to be a bat when he grew up. I mean, I relate.
Yeah.
When I was little, I told everybody I was going to be a horse when I grew up.
I was gonna be a mermaid. And I still am.
Favorite movie genre is for an art house horror.
Okay.
Ideal date is at night. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. Never leave home without an upside down cross. Spends time thinking about mortality.
Salience?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's message him.
Damien!
I just stopped our timer too because I remembered. I'm like, oh wait, we just go to the end of the dates now.
Oh yeah. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see Damien's typing. And then he keeps typing.
Oh lord.
And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings.
It's like K. Sydney. Oh lord. I must confess my excitement to be receiving a kind letter, for as you see, I do not find myself available to enjoy your company. I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked.
Oh, whoa, there's more.
I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours, humbled, D. Bloodmarch. Who signs an instant message? What a doofus.
I love
That's what
him.
the D
He's
stands
such a
for.
dork.
Doofus Bloodmarch.
I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda! Can you help me with something?
Oh, Dad, for the last time, I am not popping your back pimples.
Gross.
Yuck.
No. Can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now?
Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever, and they decided they needed to do is bring it back to the 1800s.
So what do I do?
Where's your pen and quill?
What?
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Wait, the pen and... Your quill is your pen. Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Oh my god.
Okay, now I know you're messing with me.
Father, without proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or...
So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time and now you're reciting things you know about back to me, aren't you?
Like, the first 5 pages. And then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B, though.
Great. So what do I say to Damien?
Yeah, I got this.
Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard.
Alright. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Sydney.
Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that.
She's too great.
I love Damien's house. Look at this.
I do love this house. I would live in this house.
I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence.
I really like that dog on the wall.
An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? I like how that's obviously Damien and I forget the kid's actual name.
I know.
I always just call him Pietro.
It literally is, though. Sydney, pleasure to have you in my home.
I look up and see Damien standing at the top of the majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. That's, what's with the door slamming shut?
Oh, sorry. There was a draft.
And the door creaking open when I knocked?
Oh.
I accidentally left the door unlocked.
And the creepy oil paintings?
I like oil paintings.
Right.
Right. Please, let me show you around.
Okay. Damien leads me around the house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling.
We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era?
That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see.
We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish.
Ta-da! And this is the library.
Sunlight streams in from the floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined and packed with bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room.
It's yours.
Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book. That's enough of the tour.
Let's look at the butterflies. I mean, they're very obvious.
I walk up to the glass display of pin bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs.
God. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime.
I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger.
Ah, the pinner's gambit.
Is that a thing?
No. Let's do a book. You know, Sydney, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought that the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school.
I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough. Why?
Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf.
That's a rare book from my private collection.
So what we can gain from this is that he prints out Naruto fan fiction
And has
actually
it, like, bound in
Yeah.
a book. Let's look out the window.
I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn.
Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows?
Wait, really?
No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke.
Oh,
Please, will you join me for tea?
I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set up on a beautiful, tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-back chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this.
I mean, I've had tea high.
Damien smiles to himself. What?
oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they were served.
Oh,
My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea.
that's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is really impressive. Are there a lot of goths in Maple Bay? I like your cape.
I'm gonna go with your home is really impressive, because he's obviously tried really hard.
He very much liked that. Seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place.
Huh.
Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before.
Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous.
That's very generous of you to say.
What got you so interested in goth stuff?
Well, when I was a young boy, my father...
Did he take you into the city?
Sorry?
Did you guys see a marching band?
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You're serious.
Of course.
But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously?
I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think.
Why not go all the way?
I like not dying when I catch a cold.
He takes a sip of tea.
I can acknowledge that there were very many terrible things about the Victorian era, and I try to live a life that it strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws, and love it all the same. Tell me, Sydney, do you have any hobbies?
Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff.
Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things that they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive.
Mr. Bloodmarch.
Please, do tell me about your hobbies.
Quick, sound sophisticated. I like watching soap making videos on the internet. Love me some word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once.
Oh god, this is hard. I'm gonna go with soap making videos.
Soap is an important advancement in modern society, getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that people who make soap are the true heroes here. To watch them work is an honor. I tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for rashes, which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches.
Come, I have one more thing to show you.
Really? Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and the butterflies flit lazily through the air.
Catch 'em, pin 'em. My garden.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relations in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting, is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message.
Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine.
Lilium bulbiferum. The orange lily. What do you think this one means?
My loins are ablaze, thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge.
Oh, God. Let's go with sweet revenge. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred.
Wow.
And that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What is your favorite type of flower?
Snapdragons, honeysuckle, sunflowers.
Oh, snapdragons. I love snapdragons.
Because they're cute. And you can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking.
What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you.
You put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath to admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings.
Oh wait, I know that song. I'm not sure why I know it, but I do know that song. Anyway. Oh, Sydney, will you excuse me? I must take this.
He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone.
What, in
How
his
would he-
pocket?
Yeah, how would he fit that in his pocket? Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. It looks huge.
Yeah.
This makes me... Oh,
Something about putting effort into the garden that he made with Amanda.
oh hey, gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard.
Oh. This is all you.
No, that wasn't what I was trying to do. There we go.
Nice. Is that its kitty?
Yes.
Go!
Not bad. Legendary.
No one will ever know. Phew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Sydney, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There is an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave.
No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away.
Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian.
What's wrong?
He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste.
Do you need help?
Oh no, you don't have to.
Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together.
You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side.
Let's go. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo.
Hey Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend.
Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo.
What is it this time? This Damien, you have to see to believe.
Damien and I follow in a step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into the darkness.
Watch your step.
I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of the creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose.
Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this.
I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
What happened here? Ernest punched... Oh wait, that's not him. That's the tall one.
Yeah.
Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me!
Oh my.
The room falls silent.
I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second, Lucian. Did you try to cask of Amontillado Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that.
I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's Cask of Amontillado?
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him into his cellar with the promise of wine and fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story.
So, wait. Lucian, you tried to do that to him?
I was curious to see how it turned out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there.
What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him?
Well, it worked for like the 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off.
So you would just keep letting it happen, Ernest.
Yep. I just imagine him like, wah, Ernest. 20 minutes. Dad,
What?
it took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the Cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20... I don't actually know if that's even how it's pronounced. That's just like...
It is.
Okay.
Amontillado.
It took you 20 minutes to realize that Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages, and then I read a review of the movie.
Sweet Manchego.
It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Heh, yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson.
Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands.
You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You are both suspended for a week.
Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs.
So that was the plan. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your meditation.
Mediation.
Oh, mediation.
We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Except for Fenris, who's just gonna whine like a bitch.
Yep, he's crying again.
Lucian, Damien, and I pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily.
He didn't even have a hood on. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want your own car.
I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed.
Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son.
Lucian continues staring out of the window.
Oh, you too.
We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside.
I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out.
It's alright. And all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining.
There is that, yes.
Probably just going through a phase. I really admire how you handled that. Does this kind of thing happen a lot?
Let's go to the middle.
You're a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been.
I just want what's best for him. And I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors.
It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon?
It would be my honor and my pleasure.
Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket, watching TV. I plop down next to her.
Yo!
What you watching?
Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition.
Ugh, I hate this show. So wait, if Lucian was at school when our date had to almost get postponed.
Oh, yeah.
Why was Amanda there to like interpret Damien's message?
I don't know. Maybe she had a senior day off. No, because he was like, I wonder if Amanda's here. Maybe they did that. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that was before school, and then they did the whole house tour and stuff.
Oops, I didn't get to read that part.
Oh well. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. You can be that.
But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad.
I am not pooping outside, Greg.
Why don't they just get a regular-sized house?
I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go?
It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to...
He lured Ernest down into the cellar with the promise of fine vintage and then tried to break him into the wall. Right?
How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me?
Yeah. Lucien live streamed the entire thing.
This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad.
I dig his style.
You know what? Me too.
Date complete.
How did we get so high in grill?
We maxed out Poe, just about.
Wow. My stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
Alrighty there, calm down.
He's very excited.
It has
Welcome.
been many
You've
moons.
got dads.
Alright, but that does bring us to the end of this dating episode. Yeah, Damien is a doofus, but
He's
he is
super cute.
adorable.
Super cute.
But a doofus.
Yeah, he is definitely... I'm not even debating that. He is a doofus.
But if you are enjoying this series, which you have to, it's not allowed that you don't, make sure you subscribe so that as more pieces of it come out, you can be the first to see them.
And if you like the video, go ahead and like the video and check out the links to the coffee below.
But until next time, drink lots of water and bye.
I don't have any dad tips.
I'll give eat pizza, not every meal.
I guess that counts as a dad tip.
Yeah.
Bye.
Those are.